even warmongers like Henry Kissinger are expressing real serious fears about the USA's foreign conflict and what the USA. Now, first of all, this guy's a war criminal.
Yeah.
There's no way to talk about Henry Kissinger unless you start by saying, yes, he is a war criminal. But he is, I mean, I could go down the list, whether it's the Iran-Contra, whether it's Iraq. He has his ugly hands on all of it. But he says right now, what the Democrats are doing and what the Republicans are doing is they're rattling the sabers to where, in his opinion, we are inches away from a global conflict with China and Russia. And that's why there was so much upheaval about Nancy going to Taiwan. Why are we rattling sabers? Why are there people over there right now? You got a bunch of Republicans and Democrats over there right now rattling sabers with China. Why?
Yeah, it makes absolutely no sense. And of course, we're still sending billions of dollars. And yes, you know, Ukraine has to be able to protect itself from Russia, but we will have to hit a point where we look at this firmly and say, what are we doing? Are we escalating war? Are we really going to have to push this to the point where we put boots on the ground? And thankfully, we're not there yet, but we're getting close.
Mighty close.
But I want to point this out, too, about Kissinger's statement here, because he's not wrong. We're rattling the sabers. That is correct. But this guy loves war.
Oh, I know.
And so the difference is now we're talking about two countries that do have the potential, especially if they join together, to wipe us out.
Yeah.
You know, he likes to go over to these smaller countries where he knows we've got the superiority.
Well,
we can go in and
go kill Allende. That was his idea. Go kill Allende. Go unseat a democratically elected legislature. That was his idea. Put coups out all over the world. That was his idea. And now this war pimp is saying, hey, you know what? I got to call it what it is. We're only in Ukraine because the United States and NATO kept pushing the idea that we want Ukraine in NATO. And that made Russia uneasy. These are his words. Now, this is a guy who's observing, who loves a good war.
Yeah.
But he says, we helped cause the Ukraine conflict. And he's totally right. You know, you got Putin that's saying, I don't want my borders tested like that. But this is a guy who right now is saying, stop it with China. You guys are looking like a bunch of idiots rattling these sabers. It doesn't take us anywhere. And yeah, we better own up to we're partially responsible for what happened in Ukraine.
Right. And you know, with Russia, I do think there's instances where you could probably make an argument that Russia could maybe pose a threat to the United States. I think with China, that's even a bigger stretch. You know, China, yeah, we're getting beat technologically. We're sending our jobs over there, but that's us, not them. But in terms of, are they going to do something to the United States? No, China is not going to launch an attack against the United States. Well, six months ago, I think the threat of China in terms of doing something to us was way overblown. Yeah. But yeah, we're poking these bears. Yeah. We're sitting there prodding them, doing these things that make no sense.
Well, Farron, you know what? I believe most everything you say, and I hope you're right about this because I got a lot of confidence in your opinion. I'm not so sure. And if you want to take a look, go look at the Project for a New American Century.
Right.
Okay, PNAC. Just take a second and Google that and read that this guy was behind it. He's about expansion, he's about war, and he's saying, you guys have me freaked out right now, Democrats and Republicans. Stop it.
Well, he only likes wars that, again, he thinks we're going to be able to go over there, sneak in the middle of the night and win.
Yeah.
These are two conflicts. If we start something with Russia and China, that's not an overnight weekend type thing.
No, it's not.